What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft with me, your boy Iggy. Today, I figured we would do a little bit of decoration on this building here. I mean, we got full netherite last episode, and I started laying out some of the stuff for the storage room here, like the big storage room, which is going to go above the super smelter, which is why we built this down underground, and was just kind of laying out some things. But I actually have an idea for recording this to make it a little bit cooler, so this is probably gonna have to wait a couple days real time for me to attempt some, like, do some trial and error stuff, because I'm thinking about logging on my other computer with my alt account in spectator mode in this world, so then I can get a nice aerial time lapse, because for some reason I cannot get the 1.17 fabric or replay mod to work. But that being said, I figured today we would just do some basic decorating and terraforming tips, you know, like kind of spruce this building up so it looks a little nicer like this one and stuff like that. So figured we would start the episode by coming down here and having a gander at our moss farm and see how it's chugging along, and it looks like it's doing just fantastic. It looks like some blocks are escaping. I guess I could technically put a level of glass over this, but it's really not that big of a deal. But coming down here, apparently over time this thing is supposed to generate, yeah, it does, it generates excess bone meal, so that's pretty cool. Let's see what we got. Tons of moss. Okay, well, that's probably why it's generating bone meal. We're almost full of one chest on carpets. Decent amount of azaleas, and not the most flowering azaleas I've ever seen, but better than none. At least we've got a pretty much passive bone meal farm here, so that's cool. And we'll have tons of mossy cobble and moss blocks for days, so we can actually come over here with these seeds and just chuck them in this hopper, and it'll process, you know, send it back through all the way around, all the excess. So pretty much all the moss blocks right now are getting composted and pretty much looping back around into the system here. So it either will go into these, and if these are full, then it'll overflow down into the chest right there. Pretty cool design. Definitely happy with it. Also, it's nice to see that there is no mobs lurking around down here, which means I properly lit the place. And you'll also notice I did have to make some little access paths back here, because I did build it like in kind of a cramped spot. That is why I went over, like, you know, the exact dimensions. You can see it sits perfectly like flush with all this over here. And if I wanted to, I could even probably put like a row of like half slabs above, cover some of this up, and just leave the lever exposed there. But I'm gonna let it run, just keep getting some bone meal, and then what we're actually going to come down here for today is some of the flowering azaleas and some of the regular azaleas, because I guess we'll start our little terraforming with the with some azalea bushes, because I love the new moss and moss related 1.17 stuff. I think it's some of the best stuff they've added in a while. It's great for terraforming. The moss is amazing because you can make any biome look as lush and as green as you want, which is huge. I've been wanting to be able to do like an oasis in the desert for, as long as I can remember. But yeah, see, and then we can just kind of put some bushes in there. Actually, you know what? Let's put these in the front here, and then we can have like some actual like leaf block kind of bushes behind it. And then maybe right here we'll put, you know, one of those, and then let's see, we'll take our regular ones out and just kind of scatter them around. This way we can have, you know, leaves in the background, and then on some of them we'll just place one, you know, in front of the window. I think this one will just be a couple regular ones there. Actually, you know, on second thought, if we place a leaf block above it, it would actually probably look a little more. And then the bushes in the front. So yeah, let's take all these down real fast. I'm kind of just doing an episode here where we're just kind of free flowing and trying some stuff out. So if we do that, we'll put those down at the bottom. And then in this one, I guess we can do, we'll do regular ones there and regular ones there. And then over here, we'll go back to the flowering. And then we'll do some regular ones. Flowering, regular. And we'll just kind of alternate these back and forth. And then we can kind of plant some flowers down in the front, maybe. Yeah, I think this is going to look good. And then to keep it symmetrical, what we'll do on the other side here is we'll go and do these ones again. And then place those like so. And I need to get the actual grass in parts of these, but let's see. So this was, those were flowering. That would be regular. This should be flowering then. So put those right there. Kind of work our way around. And I'm trying to remember. I think I did all green in these. And then flowering. Oh, nope. Alright, so I worked my way around with the azaleas like this, and I actually decided that I wasn't a huge fan of that. So what I think we're going to do instead, and I'm like breaking blocks in my building here. This is lovely. What did I just pick up? Let's see, that's stone, that's andesite. So what I think we will do is we'll do the bushes like so, and then in these middle ones here, or like every other one, we'll do something more with the just the regular azalea leaves. So we'll kind of maybe, let's see. And then actually, if we're smart about this, we can hide some lighting in here as well. We'll just kind of do something like that. And then maybe over here, we've got some creeping up. A little bit in the front there. And then we can maybe put one right there. Ooh, and if we really got clever, we could put one right there as well. Yeah, see, that looks good. So yeah, what I think I'm going to do is it's going to be like kind of some bushy looking stuff like this. And then we'll have, you know, our azalea bushes, probably the flowering ones we'll use for that. And then, so like, for example, we had the flowering. We'll probably put a couple more flowering ones right here just to match what we had on the other side. So let's go ahead and grab those and we'll just plop those down. And then we'll put the bushes here. And then what we can do is we'll just, let's see, kind of grow up this area a little bit like so. And then we can grab our shears. Grab all this grass. So this way it's not completely inconsistent. Like when you bone meal, you can actually kind of pick which ones you want to be where and look which way. So let's see, seeds I don't care about. All right, and then with our grass, we can come over here and, you know, we don't really need the flowers, just kind of do a little something like that, just to kind of make it look a little more natural. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And then maybe back in this one we can do, can we do it too high with this? No, we cannot. Okay. Maybe a rose bush or something would look good back there. But either way, I'm going to work my way around here and, you know, get some of the little grass bits in like that just to kind of make it look, you know, nice. And then like I was saying before on these other ones, we'll just kind of do something, you know, actually, where is my torch is right there. And then we can put some of those in there. I mean, it's lit from the top, but this way the bushes just kind of get a nice little ambient glow at night, which always looks kind of nice. So yeah, there we go. And then maybe we can chuck a little bit of grass down in the middle like so. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that all the way around. And then the other thing that I figured we would do is if I grab my scaffolding here, my inventory is completely full. Just do some azalea leaves kind of up here, maybe hanging down a little bit. And then we can put some fence gates on the front of those and it'll kind of just touch up, make this look a little bit nicer. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get all that in. And then once we've got that, we'll come back and have a look at it. And then maybe start working on some pathways through here. We're not going to be able to do too many of the paths because this stuff is all on the way. I need to get a sheep farm built here pretty soon. so we can get this out of here, and then the cows will probably just build a barn to chuck them in, and then this thing we can kind of be without for a few episodes because we've got golden carrots now. We've evolved beyond the need for the steak. So yeah, I'm gonna get this in. You know, actually I'm thinking about changing up there too to a white facade inside the little circle there. Maybe we can make it look like a clock. So that might be something else we do today. But all right, I'm gonna get to it. Alrighty, so here's what I've got. We basically just put some plants up along the windows, added some oak signs there to kind of make little planter boxes, and then on the protrudy bits we added some little like undersides to them. But yeah, just basically kind of, you know, work the bushes, got the grass in, you know, little bits are hanging down here and there, kind of overgrown. Basically just did the whole side. Same thing all the way around, but, you know, bushes and then the little azalea, like actual bushes, and yeah, looks pretty good. So I'm thinking next step is we got to get some paths going. And I know eventually the path is going to come back through here to get into the storage building, whose entrance is going to be right here. But for the time being, I figured we would just start with a little area over here. I've got cats everywhere because of this villager breeder. Or, not villager breeder, the iron farm. That does not go there, it goes there. So yeah, basically what we're going to want to do is just kind of do a free-flowing, kind of natural-looking path that just kind of wraps around over like this way. We'll kind of hop out and just kind of get an idea of the flow for it. And you don't want it to be like really too straight or too crooked. And then right here, you know, we'll kind of diverge it over into here, and then we can, let's see, we'll kind of go diagonal, meet these back up, and kind of just take it down along this way here. And then the path can straighten out a little bit in this area, I think. Yeah, so basically we're just going to have something kind of like this that just kind of actually could be a little bit wider at this point, I think. Yeah, that's nice. And have it open up a little bit more along this edge so it can continue around the side over here. So then from this way, we'll kind of just kind of have a natural flow to it, you know. This one's sticking out a little bit weird. And then we'll kind of just curve it along in here. So yeah, I'm going to get this in and just kind of wrap it around over there, and then we'll come back and we'll decide, you know, what kind of blocks would be good to fill this in with. So, see you in just a sec. Alrighty, so we are back and we got it all dug out. I just have to hop down into our moss farm real quick and grab some moss blocks for the mossy cobble that we're going to need. Yeah, still only 4. Yeah, let's see, we'll just grab 2 of those. And then we can just bam, perfecto. And you know what, maybe we'll make some more mossy stone bricks too, why not? There we go. So we've got some gravel, some andesite, some cobble, some mossy cobble. We'll keep the pick, some mossy stone, and some regular stone. And actually, I may replace some of the stone bricks or add in some just regular like stone later on. But for the time being, basically what you're going to want to do is just kind of, this is a doorway, so it's going to be a little cleaner. But you just kind of alternate, you know, blocks here and there. And just kind of get like a random, you know, pattern going. Yeah, you know, we're definitely going to need some stone for this. It's going to look super bizarre if you don't have a decent amount of regular stone in there. So yeah, basically you just don't want to put too many of the same blocks, so you kind of can do little chunks like that. And then, you know, we've got like maybe mossy bricks here and here because the water, you can imagine, drips down and kind of builds up right there. We'll do another brick right there, and those blend really well with the plain stone. And then you get kind of this texture going. And then maybe we'll come back in and add like some little dirt patches with grass, so it looks like the grass is kind of peeking through a little bit. But Yeah, you just don't want to do, you don't want to have too much. It helps to have some of the like mossy stuff near the edges, so it looks like it kind of blends into the grass a little bit there. But overall, just kind of, I'm trying to get a little like section done here for you so you can see what it looks like and what I'm talking about. Yeah, put some mossy stone bricks. Maybe some more gravel. And it looks a little weird with the texture pack that I have, just because these ones are a little more texture than the other ones, but in vanilla this would look quite a bit. It would look just fine. I mean, it'll look fine here once it's all put in and we've got details around it and everything, but as you can see, it's starting to kind of come together here a little bit. Maybe some more stone right there, and then we'll get some little bit of mossy action going on along the edges here. Stone brick, maybe some plain stone. Some of that in there, maybe a little bit of cobble to kind of match the look we got going right here. Here it looks like we're due for a little bit more just plain stone, maybe some gravel and some andesite. Yeah, put mossy there, some gravel there and there. And yeah, as you can see, it's coming right along. Looks kind of like a worn down, you know, a worn down path. And a big thing for making your builds, you know, look detailed in Minecraft is block variation. Block variation helps quite a bit. And actually for the walls of the storage building here, I wanted to do kind of a mossy cobble stone brick gradient, but with some tuft down at the bottom, because the tuft actually looks great with the mossy cobble and the mossy stone brick. So I spent a ton of time off camera the other night gathering stacks upon stacks of that, which hopefully we will have enough for the storage building here, because it's going to be a little bit taller than normal, because these have to come up high enough, like one higher than the chest, so we can put a top half slab on those on the inside, so that these chests will still be able to open, and then we can have a second, like a walkway with a second floor of more chests above. So yeah, never run out of storage. Pretty soon here we need to go fight Gene. If you were not aware, that's the official name of the End Dragon, just so we can start going End City raiding and getting some shulkers, because it is just, it's getting to the point where it's getting annoying building things without shulkers, just because, you know, with the mass amount of like stone and all those other things that we're gathering and having to constantly run back and forth between the storage room and wherever I'm working on a project, it's getting a little bit old. So I'm going to get this path in. We'll come back. We'll take a look at it, and then maybe do some like details to kind of blend it out into the area around it. So it's like, this is the worn path, but then, you know, like maybe some path blocks and, you know, coarse dirt along the edge might look nice. We'll have to play with it a little bit, but I'll be back with you in just a moment. Alrighty, so we got our path in, or at least the basic path, and as you can see, it looks a little more uniform once it's all actually in, despite the, you know, like andesite, stone brick, mossy stone brick, whole bunch of different blocks here. But now what I like to do is just occasionally, you know, here and there, break out a block, maybe couple in a row, some in the middle, some just kind of like that, and then you'll just go and you'll place a coarse dirt in there, a couple here at the edges, and then we can kind of like fade that out with some paths, maybe add a couple more little paths out here, some coarse dirt, yeah, just to kind of, you know, add that separation from the you know, like the actual road, and kind of like the area where the water runs off, and, you know, people might step off the path and things. So you kind of just, you know, plop a coarse dirt in here and there so the grass doesn't spread to it. You just kind of do something like that, and then you get kind of this like worn down looking path. And I think it looks nice. Right here, I'm actually, the wall's going to go there, and then this will probably be like a little planter area, kind of like on this side. So we don't need to worry about doing right there, but in these little areas off to the side right here, we can definitely get some like coarse dirt in, maybe some little plants in some of them, not all of them. Just put some plants around here, just kind of overgrown. And maybe that'll be a path block, that'll be a path block, that one right there will be a coarse dirt block. I'll put some weeds on that as well. And yeah, as you can see, like here, we'll just do a little bit more kind of occasional pass here and there. Maybe some over on this side. And then we'll just chuck in some coarse dirt around it. Just to kind of get like a nice little like outline of the path going there. And then some of these, you know, not all of them, you can put some dirt. And I think that seems like it would be a good path block one. Do a path block here, maybe some coarse dirt there. Oh. And there. And we'll do, let's see, path, coarse dirt, path, coarse dirt, and maybe a path, and then another coarse dirt right here. Yeah, and then once, as you can see, once you like, you know, not all of them, but once you put some little like shrubs on some of these, it really starts to bring it together, especially if we start adding, you know, some more into the actual path over here, maybe kind of like towards the edges in some spots, maybe a middle one here and there. You know, you got to kind of think where like the heavy traffic would be going. So we'll just put some little shrubberies in on some of these. Gonna have to bone meal some more grass, but yeah, as you can see, it just kind of makes it look a little bit more natural. Like I said, we're gonna need some more coarse dirt over here for sure. Throw some grass right there. Yeah, and it just kind of gives the path like a nice worn, you know, natural look, and really helps kind of fill in the areas in between your builds quite a bit. And then it leaves in the areas where we're left with something like this. I mean, I think this is perfect for like a custom tree, maybe like a narrow one with one of the fence post trunks. So maybe we'll get that in next, but I'm just going to go ahead and continue and doing the coarse dirt and the path blocks, and we'll come back and we'll take a look at the finished product. I did not go all the way like to the starter house because we've got some things we need to clear out here. This needs to go, this needs to go. And then I think eventually we'll have probably a little bridge coming off either right there, and then, you know, a nice little kind of like stone slab staircase making our way up into this area, which is where the bulk of our city is going to be. And it's nice because when we're doing all this kind of centralized stuff here, you know, with the iron or the storage room right there, and like the iron farm and moss farm, and then all of our other farms in here, this stuff is always just constantly chugging away. So it's great to have your farms kind of centralized, and you just kind of disguise them with a facade of a building. You know, maybe right here would be a good place for a big custom tree. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and sleep here once it's nighttime, get the rest of the path done, you know, or at least some of the details, and then we'll take a look at it. Alrighty, so things are looking good. We got our nice kind of little overgrown path here going through by our main buildings. Like I had said before, we're going to connect up the other little bit later, but I finished, we would finish off the episode by doing some custom trees here. So let's see if we can, nope, it's not going to let me. So we'll just do that, place that, use that to get on top of here. I don't want this too tall, yeah. And then, so too high on the fence post, and then we're going to come up, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 should work. Get rid of that. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to need my scaffolding for this. So we're going to skip the bottom block, and then we're going to go up to just about the top. So leave about 2 at the top. So we're going to have something like that. And we're going to do that on all 4 sides. I'm just going to kind of tower up here and skip the bottom. Boom, boom. And then actually, it'd probably be easier to just do it like this. So we'll go 1, boom, 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 boom. I think I left, what, like 2 on the other side? That's 3. That. Nope, that's it. Right. So it can be, it's okay if like a couple of them are a little bit higher than the others. So now you should have something like this. We're just going to come up. Oh, not the bottom. So you do something like that. come down like that. And then maybe a couple in the middle. Something like that. Those, jump up. And then, boom. And then we've got a nice little kind of custom spruce tree going on there. Nothing too fancy, but it just kind of helps break up the area a little bit. So it's like there's actually, you know, some plants around. So I think it looks good. And it's nice contrast between the two different types of leaves, so they don't like blend in too much. And for the final thing that I figured we would do is just a basic, you know, how to do like a simple little, you know, light post. So I guess, yeah, we'll put one over here, maybe on this corner. And so what we're going to do is we're going to come up one block with a polished andesite, and then we're going to grab some stone brick walls. Of course, it's going to be finicky about it. So we'll do 2 of those, and then we'll come up some more, and then we'll grab, let's see, I guess we can do spruce fence. And we'll come up. Let's try 2 for now, see how that looks. No, maybe 3. We'll do 3. We'll come up one more. So 2 stone brick walls, and then a third one for a third fence. And then we'll grab some slabbers. And for this one, I think we're going to have it go 2 ways like this. We've got something like that now. And then we'll grab some grindstones. And we'll just do one there and one there. And then from that, we can hang our lanterns. And then we got a nice little kind of street lamp there. And then if you really wanted to get, you know, fancy, you could even come down to the bottom and do like stairs or slabs. Actually, we'll try something with a mixture of stairs and slabs. So we'll do 4 slabs like that, and then we'll come over here and grab, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 stairs. How does this look? It's a little bit bulky. So yeah, we'll just stick with just the regular. Or what if we did just the slabs at the bottom? Would that look any better? Just try those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, actually, I think that looks a lot better. So yeah, I'll probably just, you know, scatter some of these, you know, along the pathway as I go here. Right here is going to be lit by the lanterns hanging from the building, so we won't need them in there, but I'll probably space these out every little ways. So like maybe one kind of like right here in this little corner. Put one like right there. And then we'll come over a little ways. And then maybe once this sheep thing is not here anymore, we can dump another one like right there-ish. And so on and so forth. But yeah, I think it's coming along great so far. Maybe we'll put... You know, maybe we'll duplicate one of those trees back there and then put like a street lamp, like, I don't know, maybe right here. We'll just do our little slabbers at the bottom. And actually, you know what, we'll finish the episode out building one more of these just so you guys can really get an idea of how it goes. So it's 1, 2. And then, you know, we'll just tower up on these. And then we're going to do 1, 2, 3. Gotta tower up another one. And then we'll do our andesite. We'll go, let's see. Yeah, that works. We'll come on down. Grab our other things here, our grindstone. So we'll do boom one there, boom one there. And we got a shift click and boom and boom. There, I think that's coming along very nice. And then once we have one here and, you know, just kind of along the path, it'll really bring things together quite a bit. But I think that's going to do it for today. Thanks for joining me as always. Don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment down below. Love reading your comments. Hit the bell button so you're notified every time a new video comes out. And don't forget to check me out on Twitter and Twitch. So on Twitter, you're updated in case you don't get updated by the bell notification. And then on Twitch, I'll be streaming from time to time. So would love to see you there. Both of them are at Iggy Haxer. And I hope you have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.